Welcome back to the Loveland Report and the Loner Ranger Show. I am Central Florida's best real estate planner, Cleve Loveland, alongside the Loner Ranger, Bruce Woodburn. Thank you for tuning in on this beautiful day. Hopefully you're dodging the raindrops. We have some cloudy, rainy weather like we've had the past couple of weeks, but get out and enjoy the day. Enjoy your weekend. If you have any real estate questions, you can always call me at 407-352-8118. I'll be working all weekend. And along with Bruce, what's your number?
407-250-9144 or WeBringYouHome.com.
I want to talk this segment, Bruce, about not looking a gift horse in the mouth.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't look any horse in the mouth.
And this is where we've got sellers for the past, up until probably 18 months ago, we had sellers that got whatever they wanted. They were the screaming baby, and they got the bottle, they got the blanket, they got the baby food, they got the treats, they got the pacifier, they got everything they wanted. And right now we are in a fractured market. We just talked about how homes over $500,000 in Central Florida. And this is a microcosm. That's why I have a job. I'll come out and tell you what your exact market is if you want to sell your home, or if you're a buyer, we'll look at the market you're buying in. But don't be too greedy. You know, pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. If you're on the market and you're getting offers, you're like, well, wait a minute, it's not high enough. Well, your realtor should be negotiating a good price for you. But if you have four people, I just talked to a gentleman, he called me off the radio. He had 3 offers over the past 3 months, and all of them came up to about $450.
Right.
And I said, what do you list it at? He goes, $499. I said, what kind of counter offer are you giving him? He goes, well, every time I gave him $495, I wasn't budging. I go, well, then That's why you're still exactly where you're at. And you got to know what's going on. Now, what's funny is I will get offers on a house, Bruce. Let's say a house is priced a little high. I'll start getting on, but it looks good and it catches the buyer's eye. But sometimes buyers, if you don't give them a good counter offer, they might just say, I'll wait and see what else comes up. And in this market, that's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Or you go into some markets,
play ball with somebody. You need to come to a meeting of the minds. Don't be pissing people off. And that goes the same for sellers.
But you got to have a negotiations expert to not give away the farm. I hate it when I see a house listed for $499 and it sold for $450. Now, this gentleman should have been stepping his price down a little bit. That is. So that's not negotiating. That's a realtor hungry for a paycheck. So if you need expert pricing advice and you want to know what your market is, because we got to watch these things. I sit down with my sellers every 2 to 3 weeks, Bruce.
Right.
Because the market can change every week. There could be new listings that some of their neighbors could have sold. I've got buyers that came through. I've got their feedback. I know what they liked, what they disliked. I know if they bought something else, why'd they buy it?
Right.
And I can analyze these trends and tell my seller, hey, your price is good, or nope, we need to make a market adjustment. So, but don't give away the farm, and usually sometimes just adjusting the price 1%, everybody's phone goes off, people come back out, some of the old people come back through, and you get a good contract. So for any advice on anything like that, call me at 407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com.
Yeah, or call the Loner Ranger right now at 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144 or WeBringYouHome.com. We can help you with anything you need when it comes to buying or selling real estate. And Cleve does commercial too. I don't do a lot of commercial. I strictly do residential, but I can do anything in the residential arena. I do some mortgages on commercial, but it's not my specialty. But Cleve, he can handle your commercial. He can handle your residential, find you land. He's got some land, I think, that you're
Actually, no, I've got 10 acres in Apopka for $600,000.
Yeah.
Give me a call. That's the only land I've got right now.
Here's another thing that I'm doing a fair amount of is private or hard money loans. So if you are in the market and you want to buy a home, but you just, you don't really have the tax returns to support your income, or you don't want to support your income for any reason. I don't care. We don't judge here. We have private hard money loans. We have private money for construction loans, for investors, all kinds of things. So don't not buy.
But I want the buyers, I want them to get you all the info, because the more info they give you, the better the rate. Basically, that's it.
Well,
get all
it's
the
not necessarily the more info, but you're not going to get a premium interest rate on a reduced doc loan. I think that's what you're getting to. So if somebody says, do you really need my tax returns and I'm self-employed? No, I don't.
But your rate's not going to be as good.
You're not going to get as attractive of an interest rate because it's a non-prime loan.
But also, like, you've got one of our buyers right now. You told them to do ABC on their credit report, do these 3 things, and you're hoping to get their score up to get them a better rate.
And we run credit analyzers. So even if you qualify right now, what if I could get you a little bit better interest rate if we fixed a few things? I've got several buyers I'm working with right now, Cleve, to where they qualify now, but I can get them a little bit better interest rate if I go above certain. And listen, every 10 points on your score makes a difference in your interest rate. And those thresholds, like you'll have a different interest rate if you have a 719 versus a 720.
Yep.
You have a different interest rate if it's 729 versus 730, 739 versus 740, all the way up to 760. Once you hit 760 on a mortgage score, and that's something people call me on a regular basis. They go, wait a minute, Bruce, you told me my score was 735. I show them a copy of the credit report, and they go, well, I'm pulling up my credit report on Credit Karma, and I'm like 35 points higher than you. You will be, because Credit Karma does not take into consideration all of the same algorithms and factors that they use for a mortgage report. So Credit Karma is a consumer report. It's an
indicator of whether you're good or bad, but it's not it's not the end all be all.
The other thing that we don't do is when you get started with us, we start off with a soft pull. So we have a pretty good idea as to where you're going to qualify. However, I will tell you that if you want a soft pull because you don't want your credit pulled hard, your credit has to be pulled hard before you can go to underwriting. Now, I will have a client right now, and I got a soft pull on them. I'm doing a bank statement loan on a cash out refi, second home. It's $1 million plus property over in New Smyrna. I did a soft pull. I had to do the hard pull because I'm ready to go in underwriting, and their score dropped by 20 points and changed the whole program. So you have to be aware of those things. They can happen. So your soft pull is not as accurate as a hard pull. So just be aware that those things can make a change.
The main thing is get you everything you need. Get fast tracked, because I think we're going to speed up. Let's say we've got and it's funny, I've seen all the reporting says that 2024 is going to be a little bit busier than 2023, which is what we're seeing so far. And we're going to sell about the same number of homes because we're stuck with these rates wherever they're at. Yep. And hopefully, and it's funny, I just about guarantee it was the deep state will give Biden a cut in September. We'll see that cut, and hopefully that'll ripple through the market. The deep state, yes.
The deep state.
Yes. So you've heard of the deep fake. This is the deep state will help Joe out, help Sleepy Joe out. So they're the ones they're the ones that installed the long stairs at the back of Air Force One for him.
Oh boy.
So anyway, but
the ones he doesn't trip over is
all right. We're halfway through this segment. I want to give you guys, I talked about a distressed property, and I've got one. This is
let's hear about it.
Property needs some work, and it literally doesn't need a bunch. It's got great tile floors throughout. It's on the water. It's right off of East 50 and Althea Trail, right near Waterford Lakes. It's $355,000. The seller will make repairs. They just want to get it gone. This is a probate listing. It's an estate. It's 1,500 square feet, high ceilings, big open floor plan, like a 20-foot porch across the back. It's all tiled, but viewing the water.
So
you're on the water.
This would be good for an investor.
For a rental.
Yeah,
great for a first-time buyer. Two-car garage. And they'll make whatever repairs are found. Like the roof is good, but I think the ACs probably needs to be replaced. It's older, things like that. But and the hot water heaters needs to be replaced. But we'll put all these things into the contract for a buyer.
Right.
So if you're interested in that, give me a call. I've also got one this was a fixer upper, and this is totally redone. I've got one for the same price, $350,000, right in the same area. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage, 1,000 square feet, but it is gorgeous. It literally has $100,000 renovation on the inside.
How much is that one?
That one's same price, $350,000.
Okay.
And so, but we've got everything for you out there, whether you want to fix a little bit of a fixer-upper project, and you can do. So let's say we
renovation loans.
I was going to say renovation loans. So this house needs kitchen cabinets. It needs like the AC. It needs a couple things. Let's say it needs $35,000. They could buy this house for $350,000. And then put their money down payment. They might end up with a mortgage of $360,000.
I can finance in the repair costs right into the loan for you. Absolutely. I've got FHA 203K Streamline. I've got FHA 203K traditional loans that you can even do structural work. And then I've got conventional rehab loans.
This is just a cosmetic. This is no structural.
Yeah.
It's also, here's the important part. The nice homes in the neighborhood all fixed up sell for $400, $420. And this house is $350,000.
You can get it if you can buy it for $350,000, put 20 into it.
20 or 30 into it. Yeah.
You got yourself $25,000-$30,000 in equity the day you finished fixing it up.
I don't want to hear anybody calling me crying about, interest rates in the high sixes. This is a good buy.
Yeah.
You will not call me next year saying I was wrong.
Well, you know what? It's funny because it is the concern of the general population right now is interest rates. And I don't really blame them for that. I really don't. But what's happening is you're stepping over dollars to pick up pennies. And when you stay out of the market or you don't buy what you want now, you will pay a higher price than the interest rate when you go to buy it, because home prices are going up 5% right now on a regular basis.
Yeah.
That's a huge increase in value.
That's what hasn't slowed,
so
even though the market has slowed.
You think you're saving money, but you're paying more for the product. You'd be better off to buy it now, suck up the payment. You're going to pay a little higher payment. I get it. Just wipe your tears off. Let's get down to business, buy the home. Then when you refinance, you got to remember, if you went from 7 to 5% on a $400,000 mortgage, your payment's going to drop by $500 a month.
Yeah.
$500 a month.
And this is the thing, the prices are rising fast and these interest rates are going to go down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we don't know when they're going to go down. We don't know. We think they will go down eventually, but no one knows that number.
I think I'm betting you that Fed meeting in September,
yes,
they're going down.
But just because the Fed drops the Fed rate, that's just a feel good. Mortgages are tied to bond market, not the Fed rate. They have nothing to do with them whatsoever.
That dog-faced pony soldier will be talking about that, how you did that for the, All right. So what else you got, Bruce?
Well, let's talk a little bit about Trinity Family Builders, one of my favorite builders here.
New home construction.
They'll pay your closing costs. You use the loan arranger for your financing. They'll pay closing costs. They'll do rate buy downs. They'll do all kinds of things to help you get into that home. We've got a beautiful neighborhood over in St. Cloud, Trinity Place. Homes running from the mid 4s to the mid 6s. You can get a 6-bedroom, 4-bath home there. It's the Sims model. By the way, Trinity named all their models after veterans that served for our country.
Oh, that's great.
Every single one of them.
That's great.
Then we've got Southern Homes. If you're down in the Lakeland area, Frostproof, Bartow, Avon Park, Trinity Family Builders, build on your own lot, or they have spec homes. They've got their own lots. And I'm going to tell you something. I've got a transaction we're doing in the 200s, new construction right now with Southern Homes, in the 200s, brand new construction in the 200s.
What do you mean? Oh,
brand new construction, brand new home from Southern Homes in the 200s.
How are they doing that?
Well, they're building homes that are affordable homes for people.
Okay. All right.
So, I mean, we got transactions we're doing with them right now. If you're a realtor, check out Southern Homes. If you're a realtor, check out Trinity Family Builders. Let them know the loan arranger.
I want to read Larry Aiello's post. He's the salesman at Trinity Lakes, and I want to read his
Let's hear
blurb about his neighborhood.
Larry Aiello.
Our Trinity Lakes community features a multi-million-dollar amenity center, which includes a resort-style pool with a splash pad, fully equipped gym, fishing pier with a non-motorized watercraft launch, dog park, soccer fields, multiple playgrounds, grills, picnic areas, and the best part, there's 15 acres of walkways connecting all the amenities, making this highly amenitized neighborhood the perfect place to call home. And I just think, and plus their homes are cool. That's why
they're great homes.
That's why these guys build great homes, and that's why everybody comes after them.
And I'll tell you something, they build a home. You compare what they do to their competition, because there's 2 other builders in that community. And I'm going to tell you something. You compare Trinity to Landsea or Lennar, you're going to always go back to Trinity every single time. Matter of fact, there's things that you don't even recognize that he brought up to me. He says, Bruce, I want you to go over there to the competition and then find where you're going to put your vacuum cleaner and your linens and all that. There's no linen closets in these homes anymore. They used up all the space. There's no storage in these homes.
They're squeezing them hard.
They not only have linen closets, they have storage closets. And when you walk in the front entrance on the outside, there's this door that's about 4 feet by 4 feet with a combination on it. You know what it's for? Amazon deliveries. Seriously. Wow. Every one of their homes that I've seen has an Amazon delivery box. It's phenomenal. The builder is amazing. Like the Oros boys started this company and they have been in the building industry for their whole lives. And I'm going to tell you something. You want a great home, call me now at 407-250-9144, or we bring you home.
We got to take a break,
and I'll get you over to the right people.
Cleve Loveland Properties, 407-352-8118. We'll be right back.
Yeah, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about credit repair, self-employed investors, and hometown heroes. Don't go anywhere. We'll We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Radio Show.